Hey, what's up everyone, it's Phil Meyer. The mission Attack the Watchpoint is the end of Chapter 1 in Armored Core 6. The mission's final boss, Balteus, is difficult for newcomers and I was no exception. This video will show the approach I took to get through the level, which is a bit of an endurance run, and how I took out the boss at the end. Hopefully it'll help you out too. Alright, let's talk about the two loadouts I came up with using only the parts available up to this point in the game. The first loadout is what we'll use against the final boss. In this case we want to carry a pulse gun in each hand and a laser cannon on each shoulder. When we get to Balteus, I'll explain the reasons why. From stock, this loadout creates an energy shortfall, so we'll need to correct that by upgrading our generator. After upgrading the generator, we become overburdened, so we'll need to deal with that. And the way I recommend dealing with that is by using the Tetrapod legs, which does two things. It lets us carry more and gives us the ability for sustained hover, which is great for the level and the boss. Now if you haven't used the Tetrapod legs before, you can hover by first jumping into the air and then tapping the jump button once more. This keeps you airborne with much less boost usage over time. For the rest of the body, I went with a mix of Melander and Melander C3. The C3 variant just trades off some stats for others. This was an early unlock pre-order bonus. If you don't have access to it yet, the Melander base version is totally fine. For the majority of the level, we want to focus on an alternate loadout, which swaps out the pulse guns for dual assault rifles. I also recommend swapping out a laser cannon for pulse missiles, and we'll get to this part later in the video. Alright, this is what we want to look like when we start the mission. So in this first area there are two energy turrets which make your life more difficult. The ACs on the ground can be dealt with pretty quickly with the dual assault rifles. Your main focus should be taking out those energy turrets though and dodging its energy blasts. Each turret will go down with a charged shot from the laser cannon, or a quick laser blast followed up with additional firepower. Once you clear this room out, you'll move on to the second, and the strategy is similar. As soon as you move in, start charging your laser cannon and take out that first energy turret. With the first turret down, you can move on to the second and then focus on the ACs in the room. I preferred dual assault rifles if they were close and picking them off with a laser cannon if they were far away. With the second room clear, we'll move on to the third area. You'll end up in a duel with Sulla, who is very agile in his AC. So what I recommend doing is keeping pressure on Sulla with both of the assault rifles. If you can, I recommend spacing out firing the left and right assault rifles. The reason is you can keep firing even while reloading the other, which keeps constant pressure on Sulla's stagger gauge. Now the reason we wanted those pulse missiles is to make it a little easier to hit Sulla with the laser cannon. Sulla can dodge the laser cannon and even standard missiles easily on their own. When Sulla's on the ground, fire off those plasma missiles. This creates a large area of effect on the ground and he'll try to dodge some of those blasts, which trips him up and gives you a window of opportunity to time a shot with the laser cannon. Thanks to the Tetrapod legs, you'll be able to stay in the air longer, keeping Sulla more vulnerable on the ground. Once you've dealt with Sulla, you can move on in the level and encounter Balteus. Balteus' core defense is the shield he keeps around him. You can get a practice round in if you'd like, but this is where I got destroyed. When you do get destroyed, it gives you the chance to swap to the second loadout, which is the dual pulse guns and dual laser cannons. The pulse guns will eat through Balteus' shield quickly. Their con though is that they have a fairly short range and take a while to reload. So when his shield is up, you want to give extra focus to getting in close and using those pulse guns to wear it down. Now the reasons for picking the laser cannons is that they are powerful, can fire quickly, and help wear down his shields as well. I like to stagger the firing of left and right lasers to reduce the risk of missing both shots at once. And it should go without saying, once you've taken down his shield, you want to give him everything you have. Make sure you do take the right time to line up good solid shots with those lasers. Now, this still won't be a cakewalk. You'll need to learn to maneuver your AC around and dodge Balteus' attacks. In particular, your AC will give out an audible warning sound when there's a powerful attack locked on. This gives you a moment to react and evade it. So this was my thought process on how to work through this level. Hopefully there was something in here that will help you with your approach. One of the cool things about this game is that there's usually more than one solution. Alright everyone, thank you for watching the video and take care.